intro for a second.
Okay. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be awesome. Mm. 3, 2, 1, go.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Uh-oh. Welcome to...
Oi, oi! Welcome to the Dritz Dressin' Channel. I'm Skeenerd, and that is...
Derp Derp, aka Dritz Dresden.
Yeah, the Dritz Dresden Channel.
And also Derp Derp, because it's the hashtag.
But we call you Derp Derp. You're gonna confuse people. Look at them. They're confused. I can see it on your faces. Stop confusing them. Well, now that they're confused, we will tell them we will not be reviewing any more One Piece. I wish that was true.
He has his fingers crossed. Like your line.
Oh, I'm not crossing my fingers. All right, this is episodes 11 through 15. Let me get out my trusty dusty notebook. And we're going to review episode 11 right now. Okay.
First off, it's called The Bluff and the Bluffer.
The Bluff and the Bluffer.
Or Expose the Plot, Pirate Butler, Captain Kuro.
Or is it called The Tough and the Tougher?
Or The War at the Shore. There's 3 different names to it.
Pick a name, Japan. Jeez.
Or 4 if you want to go with the Japanese.
Alright. Well, the episode starts off with an Usopp alarm. This guy named Usopp, he's running through town saying, pirates are coming. Pirates are coming. Pirates are coming. Oh my god, they're here. Everybody get inside. Run away. Run away. Pirates are coming. But he's just like, just kidding. And then all the townspeople are like, fuck you, Usopp.
This is him as a little kid compared to because because that happened in previous episode.
In episode 11?
Because the first Usopp episode started that way.
Oh, right. My bad. I got that confused. This time it's the Usopp alarm, but it's for real. That's what it is. There is the confusion. Tao doesn't believe him, of course, because he's been doing this for years. But this time, no, this isn't a fake alarm. This isn't a fake alarm. This is real. And they're under town, and the town starts like chasing him. They're like, "We've had enough of you. Maybe if you were as honest as Claudahore." How do you say his name?
Claudor.
Claudahore. Anyways, maybe if you're as honest as Claudahore, we would believe you. And he's like, what? But he's the bad guy. Whoa! You mean saying all those lies over and over and over again after all these years? You think that people are not gonna believe you? Wow, what an idiot you are. Anyways, a lovable guy. We find out that there is a gift for Claudahore from Kaya, and it is a pair of glasses commemorating his 3 years of being there. And she's talking to another butler named Mary, and she's like, oh, this is a gift for him, yay. And he's just like, wow, that's a really fun gift, blah, blah, blah. And then we find out that Luffy isn't dead. He is alive. yes, his head is buried in the rocks, and he looks like he's dead. Um, sorry, that was funny. Um, but he isn't. He's alive because remember he took the devil fruit, and he's a rubber person, so he can't die from bludgeoning damage. Duh. And so everybody goes up to him and is like Zoro and Nami and even Usopp, and they're like, "Wow, you're alive!" Woo. Anyways, um, let's see. Oh right, not Usopp. At this point, Usopp is dude. You gotta stop doing those memes. I'm gonna get so distracted. Um, Kaya doesn't believe Usopp when he tells her to that Claudahore is a pirate, and she's like, you know, you told me a lot of like fun stories, but that takes it too far. And she eventually slaps him. Uh, well, actually, he tries to take Kaya, and then she slaps him. We're like, what the hell are you doing? Don't take me anywhere. Like, don't do this. And he feels betrayed. And then he's shot by Mary because Mary hears Kaya screams, and he's like, "Oh my God, you touched her and tried to attack her," and then he gets shot in the arm, and then that's when the villagers come running by, and Mary's like, "Hey, this asshole just tried to attack Kaya. Let's go get him." And so now the entire town's after him. Kaya feels betrayed. Claudahore is getting his way, and Mary shot him. So he's just like, my God, oh. So the town chases him, and he starts running away, of course, and he runs into the Usopp pirates, and he's kind of crying. He's being emotional because the whole town like doesn't believe him and stuff. Um, no duh. Anyways, um, so for the kids, he puts on a happy face. He's like, "Oh no, I was making up that whole pirates are coming thing. No, everything's fine." And they're like, "Oh really? Oh man, that's awesome. All right, cool." And um, and then they're like, "Wait a minute. You were saying the pirates are actually going to attack us, and you're being serious? Oh, well, you're an asshole." Oh, yeah. Then he lies to them again, and the kids. He realizes that the kids, his own pirates, don't respect him. Yeah, what the fuck, Mike? Tell him that. Tell him I say what the fuck. It's not typing. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We got a situation. There's another person who's like happy that we got all these likes.
By the way, we're at like, subscribe, comment. We did reach that second like goal. We're at over 2,000 likes. 2,029 to be exact.
All my rage, everyone. All my rage.
Unless if we reach that 10,000 subscriber goal by the time we're done, we still plan to do Promise Neverland next, and then second season of One Piece. If we reach 10,000, we'll just continue One Piece. We're at over 7,000 right now.
This is what you guys are doing to me. It's like you're punching me, and I'm taking all the hits, and I'm on the ground, and you guys are stomping on
Mike's
me.
on.
What?
Mike is
Oh
on.
yeah, F you, Mike. Yeah, stop getting all them goddamn likes. This is all your fault. You're causing me misery across all the multiverses. Because I'm pretty sure across all the multiverses, you were screwing me over. You stop it. You stop it right now. And buy me pork or something. I don't know. um. Anyway, so then he lies to them again, and then the kids don't respect Usopp, and they say you're lying to hurt someone because he was also lying to Kaya too. Um, he's saying, "Yeah, I told Kaya and I tried to get her out of here." And he's like, "Oh, you were lying about that too. Well, now you're just hurting her." Blah blah blah. And not only the town is against him. Not only Kaya is against him. Now not only he got shot and Claudahori is getting his way, but now his own pirates don't respect him. This guy goes from, well, he wasn't really high to begin with, but he goes from here to meeting Luffy, and then like, oh my god, I have an actual purpose. I gotta defeat Cladahori. To boom, all the way down. Boom. That's how you get knocked down. Anyways,
And you don't get back up again.
and then Usopp then plans to fight the pirates, of course, because he's like, even if it's a lie, I gotta protect the village and make sure that they think I'm still lying and make sure that they're safe. So he's gonna go after them. And yep, love of the village I wrote down. And he's kind of saying this in front of Luffy and Nami and Zoro. And so as he's saying this, he's like, "I will do this by myself." And they're like, "Nope, we're gonna help you," because they Luffy is starting to respect him, and he's decided, as the coward that he is, to fight on his own against this group of pirates that's coming. So, um, yep, I wrote down Usopp is scared but is honorable. So that's the end. That's all up at episode 11. There's a lot of these episodes are very emotional. This is a very Usopp heavy emotional sequence. And episode 12.
It's called Clash with the Black Cat Pirates. The Great Battle on the Slope.
Yes. And so they're looking at this at the landing where ships can land, and there's a bunch of high cliffs that you can't really get over. It's very difficult terrain to traverse. However, there is an inclined plane or a slope that leads up to a road that eventually leads to the village. Um, and he's like, "Yes, I believe that this is where they're gonna land." Um, and they're all taking inventory of what they can do. I was like, "What can we all do?" And Zoro's like, "I can cut." Luffy's like, "I can stretch." And Nami's like, "I can steal." And Usopp's like, "I can hide." And they all look at him like, "What? Screw you."
Oh, Mike, if Pirate Warriors 4 gets a Gear 5 Luffy level Zoro, then I would use them.
You just said a bunch of words I don't know half the meaning. You're talking to me in like
No,
mad
I meant
language.
Big Mike.
Oh, yeah. Matt,
Super Game Replay.
or not Matt. Shockwave, who was in another one of our reviews earlier. Um,
And will be eventually joining us on One Piece when we start doing them earlier.
oh yeah, that's true. Yes, he is very much the anime nerd, and he is taking me one of my very 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 good friends, if not my best friend, or one of my best friends.
And he's one of my oldest.
You can have multiple best friends, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's a best friend, absolutely.
He's one of
Definitely
my
multiple.
oldest friends, dude.
And he's taken me to a bunch of different anime conventions, and every time he'll say something, and I'll look at him like he just spoke in another language. He'll be like, "Uh huh." Um, well, I have another story, but we can save that for another time. It's a fantasy baseball reference that has to do with anime, so um, that might be a fun story to tell one day.
This is what I was referencing.
Oh, it's Gandalf.
Sure.
Anyways,
Luffy as Gandalf. Let's out the beard.
so Cladahore um, comes back into the house, and he's there because I think he was talking to like Django or whatever um, after the whole Luffy, quote unquote, died. He comes back and he sees the gift, and Mary's like, "Hey, that's a gift from Kaya. Yeah, you really mean a lot to her, and it's a nice gift." And he kind of like, I would have been pissed if someone spoils a gift for me. Like, don't tell me what it is. And then I thought, Mary is like, he's like, "Oh yeah, it's a new pair of glasses because yours are always like coming down on you." And he's doing this thing all the time because of his
So
glasses.
with both hands.
And
Or that comes later.
yeah,
Where he does it with both.
yeah, because he's not wearing his claws. They can just use one. Anyways, Cloudahori is like, "Oh, really? Well, I don't care about this." Drops it on the ground and breaks it. He's like, and right after that, or right before that, he looks at the moon. It's a crescent moon. He's like, "Crescent moon. Mary, every time I see the crescent moon, it always gets my blood boiling. And I think I'm going to start right now." And he breaks the glasses, and he pulls out his metal cat claw, and he just slashes at Mary. And Mary's on the ground. He's like, "Oh my god, what are you doing?" Ah! He's like, "Stupid gift."
Luftdolf, the stretched wizard.
All right, cool. Anyways, so he kills. Yep, he attacks Mary, and he's probably dead. He's bleeding on the ground, very profusely. Detour. Um, and then it cuts to Usopp being like, "We need a strategy for this." So he gets a bunch of barrels filled with oil, and oh, sorry, got a bunch of barrels filled with oil, and so he's gonna make that area slick so the pirates can't climb up there. And he's like, "Oh man, this is a great plan." And then they're waiting for them, right? And Nami starts hearing voices from far away, and she's like, "Huh, where is that? Hmm, this is strange. I hear them. Yeah, it sounds far away." Then Usopp realizes, "Oh crap, they're probably coming from the other shore." Other shore? Yeah, I thought they were gonna come from this one. This is where they had the meeting. I guess they're coming from the other way. Oh crap! And the pirates were coming from the other way. So good job, Usopp. You did it. Um, and at that moment, uh, Nami runs to protect the treasure. However, she slips on the oil. Wait, hold on. He was only 35. Jesus. Anyways, sorry about that, folks. he's distracting me with the memes. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, wrong shore. Nami runs to protect Zoro, and Zoro slips on the oil as well, and so Nami and Zoro both screwed. So of course Nami takes the high road and uses Zoro as leverage to make him fall below the oil level line. So he's stuck there and he can't get up. Um, then Luffy is told they're all told like, "Oh, we gotta go to the North Shore," and then Luffy just runs off in a random direction, just keeps running and running and running, and Usopp gets there and he's like, "Huh, that's strange. I'm the first one here. Where's Luffy?" And Luffy's just running in a random direction, not knowing where to go. He actually goes into the village. He's like, "Wait a minute, this is the village. This isn't right." Um,
An ability that soon will be passed
hey,
on.
no spoilers.
to the master of GPS.
um, so then, actually, Nami arrives with Usopp, and she's like, "Hey, I'm here to not help you. I'm here to rescue the treasure." Um, and then they have an argument on who. Nami and Usopp have an argument on who's the one that's actually going to attack. They each want the other one to attack. Um, and that's kind of funny. But Usopp is like, I got a secret thing up my sleeve, because at this point all the pirates are out and they're like ready to come up. But Usopp has caltrops, and if you don't know what a caltrop is, it is a four-pointed thing where wherever it lands, the sharp point always points up. It's like a D4, but more spiky and more dangerous, which is fun. Um, and so the pirates start running up, and they're hitting the caltrops, and they're fighting, just barely holding these pirates off. And at the last moment, Luffy and Zoro arrive. Yay! And they kind of defeat. Luffy defeats a bunch of the pirates all at the same time with his gobble gobble, like floppy arms. And at this point, because it's been so long, Claudahore is getting pissed. Like, the more time it takes, he wants a plan to be done, and he's getting more and more pissed because it's morning, and his pirates aren't there um, to go through with the plan of having Kaya, sign the will. So he goes off to see what these pirates are up to. So that's the end of episode 12. Episode 13, we're going to get right into it. Um,
Titled The Terrifying Duo, the Meowbin Brothers versus Zoro.
there we go. So Claudahore, he's like, oh, I'm going to slaughter my crew for being late, because he wants his plan to be done. And then Django hypnotizes the crew to get stronger, and a lot of them are defeated. They're on the ground. They got caltrops in their feet, and they're like, oh, we can't defeat them. You need to hypnotize us. He's like, all right, I'm gonna hypnotize you guys. So he does that and hypnotizes all of them, and they get back up. They ignore their wounds. They're like, we're ready to go. Rawr. They're like, oh shit. However, Luffy is also hypnotized. And Nami calls him, wow, what a simple-minded person. Alright. So Luffy also gets stronger. And he gets really strong. He does the Gummo Gummo Gatling, and he defeats all the pirates again. And then, or I think the Gatling is multiple punches, I think. Maybe? I don't know. I can't, he has so many techniques. Oh. Is that the list of techniques?
Yeah, this is stuff that you haven't got into yet.
Oh, okay. So he does that, destroys the pirate, and it looks like he's gonna go after Django, but he runs by Django, and he goes up to the ship, and the mast in the front, or I don't know the ship parts, but the front piece hits the water. It's not a mast. He grabs it, and he's gonna lift it up and swing it at the rest of the pirates that are up. And but before that happens, he falls asleep because he gets hypnotized once again by Django. Yay! And so then the giant piece of wood that he got falls on him, and they think he's dead again. But he's just sleeping. He's just sleeping. All right. Let's see. And then Usopp pirates to rescue Kaya. I think this is the point where, no, I think that was later. Usopp pirates are plan to rescue Kaya in the house. So they're off to. I think they're in front of her house, and they're trying to get inside. Trying to find a way to get inside. Um, and then this is where Kaya, she's also in the house, and she finds Mary, who's dying. He's not dead, but he's dying. And he informs her that Cladahore is a pirate. And of course, immediately she doesn't believe it. But then she sees the gift of hers broken on the ground. And so that kind of just gets into her head. And she gets kind of pissed. Um, and then she's like, I need to talk with Cladahore. And she's mad and she puts on a coat and she starts like walking outside. And he's like, no, where are you going? Blah, blah, blah. Um, I guess talking to Cladahore was the advice of Mary. Hmm. Kind of watched these episodes yesterday, so little, little, little foggy on what exactly happened, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Because we all know that
Here's the
the
list.
Meowman brothers come. Yay, they're fun. And because basically Zoro and Luffy are taking care of all the other pirates, they're like, all right, we need the Meowman brothers to come out and they come out and they're acting scared. They're like, oh my god, I don't want to face him. Oh my god, the guy's so scary. And Zoro is just like, wait, what? And Django is forced to tells him, it's like, no, you need to go attack him right now. They're like, oh my god, I'm so scared. Okay, I'll try. And it's basically a ruse, and Zoro's off guard a little bit, and
They he basically fake stumbles just to get behind them to
yeah,
try to
I think he
backstab them.
slashes him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he slashes him across the chest. Um, and we then he does
Zoro
a
and Luffy are going to body some people.
this is a fun fight. These fights are very intricate and detailed, and that's what's really fun about them. Anyways, then he does the cat burglar technique. What he does is he steals a couple of Zoro's swords and throws them behind him. He's like, "Oh, here, Django, I got some swords for you." Let's see if I can read that. Two swords, yep. And then one of the guys does a catastrophe. A lot of cat puns. Catastrophe technique. I think he jumps in the air and he comes down or whatever. However, Zoro dodges, which is great, and Usopp attacks one of them with a slingshot. Oh yeah, this is very intricate too. So Zoro has one sword and he's barely holding off the Meowman brothers, and so Usopp plans to take a slingshot, like a sneak attack, slingshot attack at the Meowman brothers, and he fires and hits Zoro in the back, and and then Nami's like, he's like, that's odd. It looked like he was gonna get hit on purpose, and Zoro turns around and he's like, hey, don't fire at me. This is my fight. Stop it. And then Nami realizes, oh, well, if I suppose that makes sense because if Usopp actually did hit one of the Miyama brothers, the Miyama brothers would have gone after Usopp and Nami. And if Zoro can't handle them, what makes them think that they can? You know, it. So it was a good on Zoro to get hit by himself. Um, very like strategy wise. That's like thinking ahead and stuff. Um, but he keeps saying it's like, damn it! If only I had my other swords. I'm not good with only one sword. I do the three sword technique. Um, and then as they're fighting Zoro, Nami runs towards Django and takes an opportunity and with a distraction to run towards the swords and try to get him back for Zoro. But Then she gets cut by Django with one of his chakrams, um, or his hypnosis
It's
thing.
chakrams.
Yeah. Well, maybe someone in the audience wouldn't know what a chakram is because
Yeah,
it's a Indian
basically
weapon.
a bladed ring.
Yeah. So you throw it at someone and as long as it hits them, you're gonna cut something. The people in I think it started in India where they used it to start hunting and then they started using it more and stuff like that. So um, yeah, chakram origin. Cause I remember looking it up one day. I was like, what the heck is a
Ancient
chakram?
India.
Yep, ancient India. Boom. I knew it. See, I'm smart in the brain.
Or no, that, yeah, it is chakrams. Then it's a chakra. That's confused. Chakra is Japanese.
Yeah. Those anyways, um, and they could be all different kinds of shapes. You know, you got small ones, medium ones, larger ones.
As long as they're circular and bladed.
Yep. I mean, you can carry like a bunch of them in one arm
Or
and just
sharp,
like
not bladed.
you could carry them a bunch in like one arm or whatever, and just like toss, 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 toss kind of thing. Um, that's what they're used for more. Anyways, so she tries to steal back the swords, but she gets beaten down by one of the chakrams in her shoulder. And Captain Kuro arrives, and he's fucking pissed. He's angry. That was episode 13. Episode 14, which this episode was really good. The Meowman brothers coming and fighting, because seeing like how fast they are, they're able to go toe to toe with Zoro, even though it's only one sword, and they are very fast with their claws and stuff like that. So no wonder they're a trump. They call it the trump card.
Episode 14 is called Luffy Back in Action. Miss Kaya's Desperate Resistance.
Oh my god, it's Miss Kyle. Okay, that was dumb.
You did kind of sound like Sonny Strait there. Because I can't stand Usopp's English voice. Even though I like Sonny Strait as Krillin, but as Usopp, it just gets on my nerves.
Oh, okay. I watched it in Japanese, so I don't have to listen to Sunny Strait. I saw him in real life. It was cool.
Because, don't get me wrong, he's a good voice actor, but just Usopp's voice just gets on my nerves.
Yeah, he's the job for life with this show. Anyways, so episode 14 starts, and Kuro is attacked by the Meowman brothers. Now, just writing it down, after all this happened, just writing it down was like a different thing. But to explain it, basically, Claudahore, or Captain Kuro, comes and he's just like, I'm all very disappointed in you. Like, you guys didn't come when I wanted you to come. I'm gonna deal out some punishments now. And they're like, yeah, but we were attacked by these guys. And he's like, I don't care. You didn't come. I'm gonna get my vengeance on you. And then Captain Janko is just like, he's like, no, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you do this? And that's when they're like, wait a minute, and then they're like, we've been fighting on the high seas, taking treasure and stealing stuff and killing people and getting stronger, but you've been here on this island for 3 years doing nothing. Wait a minute, I don't think you're as strong as you were before. And so the Meowman brothers are like, yeah, this is our ship now. You're not our captain. So they denounce they more specifically the Meowman brothers deny Captain Kuro as their captain anymore. And Django's like, no, don't. What are you doing? So the Miyamoto brothers start to attack him, and we see why Captain Kuro is the captain. Um, let's see. Let's see. So he does. Captain Kuro does this thing called the pussyfoot maneuver, and he like taps his feet, and he is able to increase his speed by a shit ton. Um, and this is, I think he kills. He attacks both of them, and he basically dodges them and slashes them. He's just like, I will not put up with your incompetence, and slashes them and kills them. And they go flying back to Django. He's like, I told you not to do that. He's like, I will give you guys 5 minutes to defeat Zoro and Luffy. Otherwise, I'm gonna kill you myself. And so he's like counting that. This whole time he counts down from 5 minutes, basically. And he's like, yeah, we can defeat these guys in 5 minutes. And at this point, Nami kicks the swords to Zoro. So now he has all three. He can do the actual three sword style. Um, and yep, and so this whole distraction thing with Captain Kuro talking and stuff led her to kick the swords to Zoro. Uh, the Yaman brothers are defeated. Um, however, one of the, it turned. Oh right. Then Zoro attacks them and slashes them to finish them off, basically. And one of them dies, but there's another one. There was like a fatter one, and his name is Butchie, and he survives. Um, and Zoro's just like, huh, it must have been all his stubborn belly fat that saved him. Um, and Captain Kuro's like, oh, that's a shame. You didn't kill him in one shot. I thought you were stronger than that. Um, and Masenko Ha. Yeah, I don't know why you're looking at this.
Looking at confirmed characters for the new Dragon Ball Z game.
Oh, okay. So Butchie then begs Django, please hypnotize me. I can defeat this guy and just make me super strong. And so he does that, and Butchie basically goes into a rage, and it ignores the cuts in him from Zoro. Um, and after Nami kicks the swords, she starts running to Luffy to try to wake him up. And as she's running, Django takes one of his hypnosis chakram and throws it at Nami, and and just in the nick of time, Luffy wakes up, and let's see, someone's like, look out, Nami. So she turns around. She's like, oh my god, the chakram! And then Luffy gets up and knocks Nami down out of the way of the chakram, and it gets him in the face. Luffy actually catches it in his mouth, and he's able to stop it in time. And he's just like, "Why did you wake me up?" He's mad at Nami for waking him up. um, yeah, but Luffy catches the chakram in his mouth, and he gets a little cut. He's like, "Ah, oh, you cut me. Ah, oh, that hurts." Spits it out. Then it changes to Kaya arriving, and she's all tired, and Claudahori turns around. It's like, don't think you can sneak up on me. Doesn't not realizing it's Kaya, and slashes at her. However, Usopp sees this, and he's able to dive on Kaya to save her life, and immediately he turns from Captain Kuro into Claudahori. Oh, Miss Kaya, what are you doing out of bed? um, and so Kaya knows that Claudahori is a pirate, or now Captain Kuro. So Kaya's like, hey, I don't care about Minforcia. You can have it. Just leave my friends alone, and you need to leave. And Kuro accepts this, but he also says he wants peace of mind, and in order to do that, Kaya has to die. And he's like tells like kind of a story of um, how he's sick and tired of being chased by other pirates and the navy and bounty hunters. He just doesn't want to do that all the time. And then at this news, Kaya pulls a gun on Koro, and he starts talking to her. She's like um, about the and he, a lot of memories of Kuro and Kaya, like go through his head, and a lot of happy memories and stuff like that. Um, and he's kind of talking to Kaya slowly. Remember all the good times we had. Remember all the good times we had. And she, before she can pull the trigger, he grabs onto it. He's just like, yeah, all those good times that we had, that disgusted me. And he takes the gun and basically tosses it away. Um, and then Usopp shoots Kuro with a slingshot. Um, but
You gotta be a little more precise.
he has a slingshot. Come on, man. Um, yeah, there's guns and slingshots in this world, so yippee. Anyways, Usopp shoots Kuro, and Kuro dodges it because he's fucking fast as hell. Um, and then he realizes, wait a minute, you're the one who punched me earlier in a couple episodes ago. He got punched, um, and he's like, I deserve some payback. So he takes out his claw and he like surrounds Usopp with his claws. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have fun with you." Um, and at that moment, exactly, Luffy punches Kuro uh, in the face, and all of this is like very intimately detailed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole fight scene is like this is why I have a reason to fight. This is why I have a reason to fight. This is every person has a reason. Like has a gripe with that with someone else. Everyone has their own philosophy, their own reason for being there, and it's really cool to see all this play out. Um, so that was a very cool episode. Um, so that was episode 14. Episode 15 is the Beat Man's Beat.
Beat Kuro, Usopp, the man's tearful resolve.
This one gets emotional. All right. So at the beginning of the episode, Nami starts heading after the treasure after Luffy awakens. He's like, I gotta check up on the treasure. And then the Usopp pirates arrive, and because of Luffy's punch, Kuro's on the ground, and the Usopp pirates arrive, and they start like beating him in the face. They're kids; they can't do much, right? And so this whole time, I forget who was yelling at them. I think it was Usopp, who was just like super tired or whatever. He was like, "No, run away, get out of here." They're like, "No, we're gonna fight," and they start like beating his face, continue to beat his face, and then Kuro gets up and he kicks Usopp. He's like, "I, there's my revenge. Haha, I got you," kind of thing. Um, and then he looks at Luffy and says, "Oh, you took the devil fruit, huh?" He's like, "Yep, I took the gumma fruit. I'm a rubber person." And all the pirates who are on the ground, they're not dead. They're just too tired to fight at this point. They're like, "Oh, that's why he's not dead. Okay, oh, that makes sense." Um, at this point, Kuro wants the kids dead, the Usopp pirates. He's like, "I'm gonna get you guys," because they were beating up on him. You can't do that to Kuro. That's mean. Um, want the kids dead, and Kaya, and he wants the kids dead, and he wants Kaya to write the will. And Usopp in his own intricate way. Basic in this next like dialogue, he tells the kids to quote unquote protect Kaya at all costs. She needs to get away, and you guys are the only ones that can do this. I'm leaving it up to you guys, and they're getting all emotional because at this point, it looks like Usopp is in a really bad situation. He he tries to stand up to continue to fight Kuro, but he eventually collapses because he's so tired and beat up. He's like, "No, you need to leave," and he's super tired, but he's just yelling this um, thing at them at his pirates to run away and protect Kaya, take her into the forest or whatever. And Nami's either Nami or someone else is commentating. It's like, oh man, that was a really intricate way to tell those kids to to retreat without telling them to retreat. So he's lying to the kids in a specific way where it sounds like he's not lying to them. He's telling them to retreat by protecting someone instead, which is really cool. So then Kuro is like, hey, he sets Django after. He's like, I want you to go after the kids, and get them for me, like kill them, and have Kaya sign that will. I want that will, and and at the same time, Butchie gets defeated by Zoro with another single slash, um, and um, Usopp has like super does a super brave thing. Um, he's still defiant, even though he can't move. And he's like, I will defeat you. I will protect my village. Blah blah blah. Um, and Kuro's plan is to attack and kill Luffy. So Django after the kids, Kuro to attack Luffy. Um, let's see, Zoro and Usopp after. Yep, Zoro and Usopp start going after Django. Um, Zoro has to carry Usopp, um, and then we get the start of the fight between Captain Kuro, and Luffy, and it's really really cool. It's really fun. It's this whole build up to this fight to make you realize how much of a villain this Captain Kuro is. Um, this whole like build up stuff is finally coming to a T. It's really, or it's coming to a crescendo. It's crescendoing into music terms. Yay, crescendo.
It's to the point, because I think I can say this without spoiling. I kind of wish or hope that eventually later in the anime or manga we see Kuro again.
Wait a minute! Spoiler alert!
We may we may have already. I'm just saying my wishes upon watching it this time.
Kuro's dead. All right, so we get the Gumma Gumma Spear, and the build up is fantastic. See, this guy he likes to spoil things.
That isn't necessarily
mostly unknowingly, but my brain is just like, how do I think the plot would go? And my brain, even though like I don't want to subconsciously, my brain is like, no, let's find out, even though you don't want to. It's really dumb. It's the same with like football games too. Anyways,
that wasn't really a spoiler.
Yeah, I know I know, but my brain is dumb. Anyways,
because I could be lying and you never know, you could have shown up already. This could just be my opinion.
But I don't see you lying. Why would you lie about that?
I honestly don't remember if we've seen him since or not.
This guy's lying. Next time now he's gonna eat some tuna fish and be like, ooh, this is great steak.
No, I hate seafood.
That's why I said tuna fish.
Still seafood.
I know. That's why I said tuna fish. Okay, have to. I'm being stupid. Stop. All right. Don't look him up.
Alright,
Jesus.
let me push up my glasses, Captain Kuro style. With the
Um, so Kuro explains that he's tired of being chased by the Navy and bounty hunters. Um, and this is when we get into Kuro's backstory of how he came to be on the island, basically, um, and how he's able to disappear. Uh, so he's on a boat and he has to make up. It started off good. He would come up with plans and they would do them, and they're in the middle of being attacked by a Navy ship, and he's talking to Django. He's just like, how many attacks is it this week from the Navy? He's like, oh yeah, this is the third one this week, and he's sick of just continuing to come up with plans, and he just doesn't want to deal with the shit anymore. So he he walks out onto the deck, and they're like, oh, Captain, we're being attacked. What do we do? Do we hit him back? He just like, no, prepare a boat. So he gets on the boat, and he goes to the Navy ship, and this whole time the cannons are firing, and then all of a sudden the cannons stop firing, and the ship goes to that boat, and it turns out that Kuro killed everyone, all the Navy people on the ship, basically, except for one guy. And we learn like 5 seconds later that this is or no, we don't learn that yet. This is a Navy guy, and he's like, I will not, you know, submit to you. You might as well just kill me now. He's like, oh, you're talking, huh? So he stomps on his face and he breaks his jaw. He's like, haha, it's a lot harder to talk without your jaw, huh? And he has Django hypnotize a guy that looks like him, and he convinces him like you are Captain Kuro, and um, he says you're a Captain Kuro, and I have committed crimes. Um, and then he goes and he hypnotizes the guy that he broke the jaw of, and he says, you have captured Captain Kuro, and this is Captain Kuro, and you are the one that has captured him. He's like, I am Captain Kuro, and I'm the one that has no, I'm the one that has captured him. Um, and so he releases him onto another boat, and they're all like, you can hear all the Navy people cheering, like, yeah, we captured Captain Kuro, yay! And that's how he was able to get away, um, undetected, basically. So that whole backstory, and then they start. Kuro and Luffy start fighting again, and Luffy takes a rock and he just flings it into Captain Kuro. Captain Kuro's like, "You think you can beat me with a rock?" And his claw gets stuck in the rock, and Luffy breaks his claw thing. I don't remember what hand, but he breaks off one of them, and he's like, Captain Kuro this whole time. He's like, I have a dream to live a peaceful life from now on. I don't want to be disturbed anymore. And he's just like, and Luffy's like, well, I'm gonna defeat you. He's like, you defeat me? Why is that? He's like, because my ambition is bigger than yours. And that's when you get the beginning of the fight. And we all know Luffy's ambition is to become the king of the pirates. And Kuro's ambition is to be wealthy and, live a peaceful life. So that's the end of episode 15. So next week.
Yep.
Um,
Oh no.
16 through 20.
Probably Thursday again, for all I know.
Mm.
If if we don't if we don't go see the 4:30 movie.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah, I don't, you just let me know when that's happening.
Yeah, I'll let you know when I know.
All,
Uh,
all right.
Regardless, you guys will get a review to you next Thursday. It may be next 5 episodes of One Piece, or it might be Kevin Smith's new movie titled The 4:30 movie.
Sweet. I'm down. Wait, what time is it?
Don't know yet.
I'm confused. Doesn't it start at 4:30?
I'll try to find a showtime that starts at 4:30.
Okay. I can't hold that. The joke that'll get old in 5 minutes.
Which you got people watching will soon know. I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan. Because soon we'll be watching and reviewing all of Kevin Smith's movies. I even have a poster
Yeah, Clips 3 poster.
exclusive from his convenience store, signed by Kevin Smith himself.
Yeah, we'll make another video about all his nerdy stuff sometime. I don't know. If you guys want that, you gotta leave some comments and crap. But don't leave comments, because comments are bad. Wait, I just contradicted myself. God dang it.
Like, subscribe, comment. Help us towards that.
Also, unsubscribe, please. Then we don't have to watch all of One Piece. We can watch other things.
Help that subscribe girl. We're at, when I looked before we started, we're at 7,000. 7,000.
I'm just getting worse and worse news.
Right now, at 10,000, we'll watch One Piece.
Why did I agree to that? Why didn't I make 100,000?
20,000.
Is it too late to change it to 100,000? Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, give us some dislikes in the chat. 100,000.
And then once we get to that, if we do before we finish the first season of One Piece, we'll continue with One Piece. At 2,000, we'll watch one of my favorite animes. At 2,000 likes, we'll watch one of my favorite animes.
Didn't we already get to that?
Or yeah, if we get the 10,000 subscribers first.
Oh.
The anime by the name of Gintama, which will be a
Look
lot.
at my face. I have no idea what the fuck that is. I don't know. It's like him in sports. You could say talk about sports all day. Be like, hey, who's Mike Evans? He'd be like, I don't know.
Basically,
Who's Patrick Mahomes? I don't know.
So, a reference you would know. It's basically South Park for the Japanese audience, like for anime. It references everything.
Okay. I'll believe it when I see it, but maybe I won't even see it because we gotta get to 1 million subscribers to do that. Yeah, we should set our goals higher. Where our goals aren't as our goals are like Kuro, Captain Kuro's level. We need to set our ambitions high. Make it meaning we have to make the audience subscribe even more. We can hold off a little longer.
At least with 2,000 or the 20,000, we won't be watching another 1,000 episode anime. Because this is only like 300.
Yeah, maybe we'll do something at like 100 million subscribers. Yeah.
Okay,
setting our goals
at
high.
100 million subscribers, we'll watch the longest anime ever.
Oh God.
Which I think is, I don't know.
The pain. What's his name? Meme. What's the guy? The accountant guy.
We will, at 100,000, we'll watch this.
Ben Affleck meme. That's how I feel. It's the Ben Affleck meme.
Well,
Ben Affleck meme.
The Wonderful World of Size H.
Oh
So.
God, that looks terrible.
At 100,000 subscribers.
All right, audience. I'm gonna need you to do something for us. Send us a bullet, and we'll rent a gun. Thanks.
What I was thinking, it's at 2,640.
What the?
20 to 26 minutes.
Please, no. No, that's horrible.
This was what I was honestly thinking the longest would be, because I know it's really long Doraemon. I've never seen it.
Well, that one sounds dumb too.
Carter, One Piece is only number 16 on the longest anime. Case closed is one higher.
I hate everyone. I hate every one of you. We only did 15 episodes, and I'm already tired. And if you actually, let's say if you got this far,
If you
in
got
our
this
broadcast, say something. They should say something in comment something.
say something only a One Piece fan would know.
Say number 16 ?
Or say, since mentioned Kevin Smith, say the magic number.
Seven.
Any Kevin Smith fan would know the magic number.
430.
No.
420.
Nope.
69.
Nope.
42.
Nope.
47.
Nope.
21.
Nope.
1984.
Nope.
1986.
Nope. It's from the first Clerks.
37.
Yeah. Comment 37.
Okay, guys. Oh, well, I'm still on screen. Wow.
Mike said no.
Yeah.
Mike said 4:30 at 4:30. No, the Legion will make 10K, and Zoro's the fucking best.
Mike is still on, eh?
Mike, at 100,000, you choose the anime from.
No, 100 million.
100,000.
No, we'll make it 100 million. That'll take longer. Oh. Seriously, you guys.
Because at 100,000, we need to celebrate the platinum button. There's that 1 million.
Okay, I gotta go home and watch football. Don't spoil it, because I just started the fourth quarter.
Snoochie boochies.
I'm not gonna read the chat. You don't read the chat thing.
Mike just said snoochie boochies.
I don't know what that means.
It's Jay. Snoochie boochies. Kevin Smith.
Where does he say
Jay says that all the time.
that? Oh. I was unaware of this. Snoochie boochies. Now I'll be looking for it. Alright, well, thanks for watching.
The one person that we know is watching.
See, this is torture for me, so thanks. Alright, we should end this. Alright, I'm Skeenerd.
I'm Derp.
We'll see you next time. Sayonara!
Oops.